Hi there everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another video here on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making some more Christmas cards. We're using some products that were just previously released earlier this month from Spellbinders. We're using that Winter Rose background, BetterPress plate, and stencil. That comes as a combined product if you're interested in that at all. But you can get that BetterPress plate separate if you're only interested in that. And you can make some really beautiful cards using the stencil or just using that BetterPress plate by itself. Now you can't get the stencil, like I said, by itself, but you can get it combined and you can get that BetterPress plate by itself also. You'll see those little sentiments up there in the upper right hand corner. Those are from the Handmade sentiments. We'll talk about those as we get to them, but I'm going to cut down some of my BetterPress paper. This stuff just works really well with the BetterPress system because if you really want to get that, pressed image into your paper, this is the way to do it. I've brought in some of that BetterPress black ink, and you'll notice that I put my paper down onto my clear plate just using a little bit of mint tape. That I found is the best way to do it. That way you're getting the full image completely impressed on your paper, and then you're not going to have to worry about ripping your paper either, because that mint tape is very forgiving. So super simple. You just run this through your die cutting machine, your Spellbinders Platinum 6, just one time, and then you'll get that beautiful image all pressed in there. And I like to clean mine off just using some alcohol, just some rubbing alcohol. I'm bringing in the Waffle Flower grip mats because I'm just having a really good time using these with stencils. They work out really, really well. And since these stencils are obviously a little bit bigger than your A2 sized card. I think I forgot to mention that I did cut that down to 4¼ by 5½ inches, which is the full front of an A2 size card. So I can just press that stencil right down on it. Don't have to use any tape or magnets or anything like that, and everything just sticks where it's supposed to. I'm going to bring in some colors. I did not do a very good job of writing down which colors I used because I did make 3 cards, and so I was just having fun playing with this. And so I did use a blending brush to start, but I'm going to bring in one of those little tiny blending domes that recently, I don't want to say recently, I guess within the last 6 months, maybe last year, have come out. This is just a great way to get a little bit more detail using other colors, and you can get into smaller areas with it. The blending brush works really good for quick coverage, and I find that these little blending domes do a really good job of adding just that extra detail. So we'll put that stencil off to the side, and then we'll bring in the next part of the stencil. I believe there's a total of 4 stencils with this stencil set. And it makes coloring up these images so super easy. You get a full background in no time. Like I said, I made 3 in, I don't know, a matter of 15, 20 minutes, I think, and it was nothing. And if you wanted to mass produce, you could easily do that. Just keep bringing these in with your stencil and continue to go from there, and you'd have a ton of backgrounds made in no time. Once again, using the blending brush for that lighter green, and the darker green, I'm using one of those blending domes. Then the next one I bring in, we're going to use more of a yellow-orange color, but look at how cool that's already looking. I love it. This combination, this BetterPress plate along with that stencil, just makes my heart so happy. And even though it says it's the Winter Rose, I mean, I don't know enough about flowers, honestly, to know if it's, I'm going to trust it's a Winter Rose. But if you sent me this in the mail and you sent it at springtime, I am not going to know any different. I'm just not. You can change it up with whatever colors you want to do, which you'll see in the end, because like I said, I made 3 different cards. I did make them all holiday cards. You'll see a couple, one of them just is like, really, that's not holiday, but it's okay. Anybody who gets a card from me knows that, I use creative license all the time. And so that final stencil I've put on, we're just going to use one of these, like a turquoise blue. And then we'll just use our small, tiny blending foam on that one as well, because those are smaller images. You could easily use the blending brush if you wanted, but I thought that this was also a way to conserve some of that ink and not have it just spread all over. So once I peel that back, you're going to see how beautiful this background really is and how simple it was to make. You don't have to have the stencil. You could very easily color these with alcohol markers or your colored pencils or whatever medium you might want to use, but that stencil definitely makes it a lot simpler. Now the sentiments, like I said, come from that Handmade sentiment. It comes with a banner die, and then you also have 3 sentiments. They're all holiday ones. But what I do like about this is you could just cut out the banner and you could type, or not type, but stamp out any sentiment really that you wanted on there. This just gives that impression, that cut, happy holidays. I think Merry Christmas is in there. I don't really remember. Warm wishes, warm holiday wishes or something like that. Maybe that's, honestly, I don't remember. You'll see in the end. But 3 really beautiful little banners for holidays. And then I'm just going to glue everything down to the base and glue down our sentiment. And that's all I needed to do. So there are the 3 cards that I made using this stencil. And the plate, I'm really quite in love with it. And I mean, the options are really endless for how you could color these up, but super fun. Love how this turned out. I'll have everything linked down below if you're interested. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.